Welcome to Sunday Springboard with Melanie and Kimberlyn Coaching, where we help women recover from and flourish after stress and trauma. So a pig and a chicken are walking down the road. Chicken says, "Hey pig, let's open up a restaurant." Pig says, "Well, I don't know. Okay, well, what would we call this restaurant?" Chicken says, "Well, what about bacon and eggs?" Pig thinks about it for a minute and says, "Well, maybe not. I would be fully committed, but you would only be involved." So what are you, the pig or the chicken? It might depend on whichever thing you're working on. Hang on, let me share my screen with you. Okay, this is actually the last session of this long series that we have done. Although we're still going to talk about toxic stress and trauma because that is what is going on in our world. And that is what I love to help with. But this is the last one of our specific series. We have been talking about regulating our bodies in the moment. What are some tools that we can use? You know, we've talked about the wet noodle where you just relax every muscle that you can find that is tight or tense. It takes 5 or 10 seconds. You can do it anywhere you are. We're talking about breathing and exercise or activity, at least ways to calm yourself and regulate yourself when you get triggered. We've talked about looking at our life situations, deciding which things are toxic and we need to change them or leave them, and which things are good stress that helps challenge us and helps us move on. And then we've spent a lot of time on how do we decrease our reaction to stress, because it is not the situation, but our reaction to it that causes it to be stressful for us. We talked about these core disciplines, these concepts that are so powerful in helping us live this strong, energetic life where we're not getting stressed all the time, where we have power to choose, power to respond to things out of choice rather than just reacting out of the old habits that our brain has made. If you have missed any of these past videos, you can go to my website, kimberlyncoaching.com, and on the video page. Now, I do have to tell you that I've overloaded my website. You may not be able to open that video page on your phone. If you want to watch the videos, you can watch them also on my YouTube channel. And in the show notes, there is a link to get to the YouTube channel. So on these disciplines, we've talked about becoming aware, what's going on, what's reality, accepting, knowing that acceptance doesn't mean I like it and that I'm okay with it. It just means that accept this is what is. And then at that point, I can move on and do something. And when we do all that, we have conscious choice. Again, like I said before, we're not just reacting out of old brain habits. As we do all this, we learn to trust the process. We're not wavering back and forth. We're not second guessing ourselves. We're moving forward. In authenticity, we just allow ourselves to be our own true selves and not try to be something other people want us to be or what we think we should be. Fearlessness, we just know if we make a mistake, it's no big deal. We're going to learn from it. We're going to grow. That helps us have confidence. And then we talked about how important connection is to ourselves, to our creator, to people around us, to the world, just to give us the support to go forward in confidence. We talked about being present in the moment. The past is gone. The future has not come. Enjoy what's here before me right now in this minute. What are the good things that I can enjoy? Last week, we started talking about 100% energetic engagement. We talked about playing full out, that when you do something, if you want to accomplish something, you can't just be, okay. If you just give it a partial effort, you just get a partial return. You've probably heard this before. You get out of it what you put into it. We started it last week. I gave you some quotes and we talked about some different things. And today we're going to do some more quotes. Then we're going to talk about how important intention is. And we're going to talk about how important commitment, accountability are. Then we're going to give you the DBA process, which is desire, belief, and accept. So here are some more quotes. This is an important thing, this idea of being all in to whatever it is you're doing. So Dale Carnegie said that most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no help at all. Winston Churchill said, when you're going through hell, keep on going, never, never, never give up. You've probably heard that one a lot. There's a Japanese proverb that says, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Franklin D. Roosevelt said, when you get to the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. Marianne Radmacher says, courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's the quiet voice at the end of the day whispering, I will try again tomorrow. So let's start talking about an intention. What is an intention? Well, first of all, what is not? If you think, oh, I would like to do this. I would like to go back to school and get my degree. I would like to become a nurse. I would like to become a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer. I would like to own my own daycare. I would like to have a relationship. You can think, I would like to do that. Someday I would hope to do that. Those are just desires, dreams, or not even hopes, because you're not doing any effort. An intention is going to be followed by an effort. So an intention is strong. You make a decision, you give yourself a message, I am going to do this. And when you do that, when you give yourself a strong intention, this is going to allow you to follow this with 100% commitment. Intention leads to powerful action. So here's a little exercise you can do to help yourself find a powerful intention. What do you want most? Right now, if you sit here and think, what do I want? Imagine that this has already occurred. So let's say I want to go back to school and get my degree. Okay, imagine, picture yourself walking across that stage. You're in your graduation gown, you're getting your diploma, and you're so happy and pleased and proud. Now think, how did you get to the point? What did you have to do? You probably had to go research some schools. You had to fill out some applications. Once you had the school, then you had to sign up for classes, get your books, take the classes, on and on and on. Whenever you do this, when you do this exercise and you imagine what you want, and then you go through those steps in your head of what you had to do to get there, then think, okay, what did I learn by this process? And then you can use this to move forward with your intention. So here's a question for you. There are 4 frogs on a lily pad. 3 of them decide to jump. How many remain? Any guesses? There are still 4 frogs. Deciding doesn't mean taking action. So you can have the intention, but if you don't keep moving forward, nothing really happens. So full energetic commitment is moving on past the intention. The intention is first, and then you're going to have to take some action and seeing that plan through. So next, you're going to have commitment. Whatever it is you decide you're going to do, how can I be committed to this? So you go through your process, you decide what you're doing, and then you don't look back. This goes along with some of the disciplines we talked about. Becoming aware, becoming accepting, and the conscious choice, and then trusting the process. So you're not going to have your energy split by doubt and worry. You're not going to second guess yourself. You're not going to be worrying, oh, did I choose the right school? Did I choose the right this, the right that, the right plan, the right strategy? You're going to work all that out first with someone if you need to. And obviously, you know that if anyone feels like they need some help with any of this, I would love to talk with you to see if a coaching relationship would work out. There's a link in the show notes where you can schedule a free coaching session, and we can talk about that. Regarding commitment, you're not going to be thinking about what happened before or what will happen. You don't give yourself the option to turn around and run. You're not going to play the what if game. So the what if game is like, well, what if this happens? Or what if that happens? And maybe I'm going to hold a little back. I'm not going to jump in fully because I'm afraid it won't work out. This is true, especially in a relationship. Now, I believe you should go slow with relationships, and you should be very careful to watch for red flags. But it's also possible that you're so afraid of being hurt again that you're not willing to give it your all, and you keep holding part of yourself back. So if you're going to play full out, you're going to have to just take some risks there and be fully committed. You've got your one plan and you move forward with it. If you have a commitment that's based on a what if, this is not a full commitment. And here's some more disciplines that help us with this. The fearlessness. Remember that we cannot make a mistake. Whatever happens, we can move it around. God helps us move it around, turns it into a lesson. What can I learn about the lesson? What can I do moving forward? So I don't have to be afraid of making a mistake. I don't be afraid of failing. Failing is not failure. The only failure there is quitting. So this helps me have confidence. And when we have fearlessness and confidence, then we can be truly fully committed. And when we do all this, we don't have doubts, we don't have worries that hold us back. Now, that's not to say you might not have a little doubt, a little worry, but you don't let it overpower you. You don't let it hold you back. You accept, you become aware of it, you admit that you have this, and then you go forward to take steps to help yourself move past that doubt and worry. One of the things that can help you with that is accountability. What is accountability? So you do what you say you're going to do, and you give someone you trust, someone who knows you, believes in you, understands you, loves you, and you give them permission to check on you. You're going to answer to them. They're going to say, hey, how are you doing in your steps toward getting enrolled in school? How are you doing in your studies? Or how are you doing in making your business, or getting your house cleaned up, or whatever it is that you're trying to do that feels so hard? We're breaking it into steps, and having someone that you're willing to be accountable to, this helps you remain at high level of energy. I always am more willing to do something and more excited about doing something when I know I'm going to tell my friend about it, or my accountability partner, or my sponsor, or my coach, than when I'm just having my own self to be accountable to. Ideally, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could just do it on our own? But it is so much more powerful with someone else. And, I don't know if it would be better doing it on our own. That's kind of lonely. If we have to do it with someone else, then we have the interaction, the friendships. They help us, we help them. That's actually a much better world than doing it on our own. So now we have the DBA process for engagement and manifestation. Manifestation sounds always kind of woo-woo, but what does it mean? It just means getting what you want. So DBA stands for desire, belief, accept. Desire. What do you really desire? What do you really want? And when you decide what you want, then you think, what feelings is this going to give me? So maybe you want to get your degree. What feelings will this give you? I will feel accomplished. I will feel smart. I will feel more confident. I'll be able to get a job. And see that getting a job, that's not the feelings. The feelings are confident, worthy, things like that. And these feelings that you just decide that this task, this accomplishment is going to do, those feelings are what you're really looking for. The feelings are what's really driving you. Sometimes you can actually get those feelings before you actually do the accomplishment. So sometimes people try for an accomplishment and they make the accomplishment, they get there, and it doesn't give them the feelings that they wanted. Now, getting your degree probably help you get a better job. If you don't have the right mindset, it won't help you be more confident. It won't help you feel more worthy, because those are inside things. And we've actually talked about that before, how if we don't have the right mindset, none of these things are going to affect us. So what feelings is this accomplishment going to do? What are the realistic things? So the idea of maybe you will feel more confident if you get that degree. I mean, I felt more confident once I got my certifications as a life coach. So what's driving you? How much passion do you have for it? If you have passion, you'll do what it takes. If you just kind of want it, then you might as well not even try, because it's not going to happen. It's only going to happen because things are hard. Things take a lot of effort, a lot of energy. And if you don't have a passion behind it, maybe don't even start, or get someone to help you develop the passion if you think you really want it. So as you're working on having this desire, once again, you clarify exactly what you want, understand why you want it, and then you figure out what blocks are in the way. What, like I said, you have to decide what school you want. You have to Fill out the application. You have to find a way to get the money. You have to find a way to get the time. Um, then you create a plan. How am I going to get around the blocks? How am I going to get these activities done, step by step by step, to get to where I want? The B in DBA is belief. This is really important. Do you believe that you're capable of doing this? Do you believe that you deserve it? What has the past told you? Are you being held back by past limiting beliefs where you said, well, I tried something like this in the past and it didn't work. I went to school when I first got out of high school and it didn't work. I couldn't focus and I failed. And so you're letting that affect you now. You're thinking, because I failed then, I failed now. As you're looking at this, you're going to challenge these beliefs. Challenge why are you believing that you're not worth this, or believing that you're incapable, believing that the same thing that happened in the past will happen now? You're a different person now than you were then. You have much more resources. You have more education. I don't mean necessarily school education, life education, experience, and all the things that you're doing in your life right now to help you become a stronger, more powerful person. You've got experience, you've got maturity. There are all kind of things that are different about you now than in the past. So challenge all of these limiting beliefs that are keeping you from being able to jump in and truly do this. If you don't believe that you're capable of doing it, you don't believe you're deserving of it, your core energy is going to be shooting out a message to everyone saying, don't bring this to me. Whatever it's you're wanting, it's saying, don't bring it to me. If you've ever wondered why you keep getting with the same kind of person in a relationship, it could very well be that your own lack of personal or respect for yourself, lack of self-love, thinking you don't really deserve this, who am I to ask for this, is attracting men who are going to abuse you, are going to not treat you well. So you have to truly look at your own beliefs and what you're pushing out to the universe, because energy attracts like energy, or opposite energy. If you like to be controlled and you don't feel powerful enough to control your own life, then you're going to attract people who want to control you, and then you're not going to like it. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. Let's talk about it if that resonated with you. So the A of DBA is accept. So this is kind of an exercise. Accept that you've already got it. Believe and live like you already have what you want. So maybe you want to be a disciplined person, so believe that you are. You can use affirmations. I'm the kind of person who does this. I'm the kind of person who moves forward in school. I'm the kind of person who can get her house cleaned up. I'm the kind of person who can be an entrepreneur. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, use affirmations that say, I can do this, I will do this, I'm the kind of person who can do this. Use the mental imagery, like we talked before. Imagine yourself actually accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Once you do all this, you work on this, you're seeing it, you're feeling it, you're living it in your mind, you put yourself on autopilot, and then you just be you. You just be the new person that you are, who is going to be able to accomplish what it is you're wanting to accomplish. True power comes from powerful intentions, full commitment, playing full out, engaging 100% of your energy into that action. So just to sum this up, I gave you some more famous quotes. This is a very widespread topic, one that many people have talked about and find it very important. It's important for us to have a strong intention, not just a hope, not just a desire or a thought. We want to have a full commitment, have an accountability, someone to help us to stick by the decisions that we make. And then we use the DBA process of desire, belief, and accept to help us keep moving toward having the 100% engaged. I've lost my words there. 100% engagement. Energetic engagement. There it is, right in front of me. So that's it. We finished the full series. Now, actually, the next few weeks, I think we're going to actually talk about stress in the pandemic. Have y'all been looking around and you think, have people lost their ever loving minds? And I think maybe they have. I've seen some research on what the stress of the lockdown and all the different insecurities of the pandemic are doing to people, even people who haven't actually gotten sick with COVID. That is actually they're finding brain inflammation and all kind of problems that is causing in people with stress and trauma, and that is exactly what we've been learning about and talking about. And so I think we're going to go forward with that the next few weeks. So if that affects you or affects people that you love, uh, tune in and we're going to talk about it and try to see what we can do to understand it, and then some tips and tools to try to help ourselves and our loved ones move through these hard times and move back into normal, or back into a new normal, or a better than normal state of mind. All right, thank you for being with me all these weeks, and we'll just continue on. Even though we're finished our main session, we're going to just keep on doing more interesting things. If there's anything specifically you would like me to talk about, message me, put a comment in the show, in the live, in the post, DM me or whatever, and tell me what you would like me to talk about, and I will create a video about that. Meanwhile, hope you'll have a great week. Take care.